And now we are live.
Yep.
We are live. We are live. We are live. Boom. And I'm here with our sister from another mister. Because you were so good the other day, Hannah, and I really appreciate the fact that you just came back because I know you're in training for your big fight. You train up in Scotland at this present moment, yeah?
No, I'm down in London. I'm
Okay.
based down at Churchill's boxing gym.
Okay. Right. So quite simple.
Yeah, not too
Dream
far
it,
away.
believe it, become it. Come on down. Welcome to the Fight Is Right, where we're doing a quick breakdown. And there was nobody better who I could turn around and say for this, uh, on this breakdown for this fantastic fight that we've got right now. You know what I mean? In MAYER versus Baumgardner, which is, as far as I'm concerned, it's a fantastic fight.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited about it. Like, you couldn't ask for a better co-main, to be perfectly honest. Like, when I heard it was going to be that was the co-main, I was always more excited about that one than the build-up for Clarissa and Savannah. They really don't like each other. So they've been going at it non-stop. So I think it's going to be a very exciting fight. Two very different styles as well. Same thing with Clarissa and Savannah, like two really different styles of fighters. So I think people are going to actually, yeah, there's a lot of people thinking that Baumgardner's taking the power into this one. Same with Mikaela. Mikaela, she's looking like she's going to, put those combinations together like she always does. She's a great pressure fighter. She's always on top of her opponents. I think I mentioned the fight of the day when she fought Hamadouche. That was just a firefight. Absolute
Listen,
firefight.
that has got to wait there. Someone just said it's cancelled. Ben Shalom's announced it already.
Has she
Oh,
actually?
could be because the Queen's just passed away.
Yeah,
You
she's
know?
literally just passed away, but I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if they were going to cancel the show or not.
If it has been cancelled, um, I just got to put it this way: it's like with the passing of the Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit. I'm just gonna go check that right now. If the show has been cancelled, Colin just said yeah, it's on Twitter, and
A lot of people announced that it had been cancelled, but that wasn't true. So I wasn't sure. I was waiting to hear like Ben Shalom or Sky Sports come out with something because obviously that would be the official line.
yeah, because you got to think about it. The Queen's coronation was in 1952.
Yeah.
The heavyweight champion of the world at that time was Rocky Marciano.
Yeah.
Right? So she's
Legend.
gone from Rocky Marciano, right, all the way up to Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury is still seen as the lineal heavyweight champion in the world. So that is the heavyweight championship. The lineal heavyweight championship has changed hands some 25 times.
That's mad.
It's
That is
crazy,
mad.
right? And the Queen is still here. So, well, she just passed now, but so when you look at it like that, that is absolutely amazing. Or the things that she has lived through, and she was the Queen.
Yeah.
A couple of my friends are really distraught. One of my mates, Andrew Harding, who he runs Your Golf Travel,
Yeah.
he's just broken by this. I mean, absolutely broken.
Well, I think like I was saying this to Noel when we left the gym. We saw it online, and I was just like, I just always thought like she'd just always be there, because she's always been there my whole life. And it's just like it never even. I knew she'd have to pass away at some time. It's just somebody that I just thought was eternal. So like it came as a bit of a shock to me today. I was just like, wow, that really wasn't expecting the Queen to have passed away. So God rest her soul, and obviously the whole family will be distraught at the moment. But yeah, I know that when it comes to like the Queen or the King passing away, it's 10 days before they have the funeral, so it'll be due next Sunday to have the official funeral for the Queen.
But then
But then obviously
we go in national mourning, don't we? So
national mourning.
yeah, we go in national mourning.
So I think that I was worried it might affect the fight this weekend because obviously, it's national mourning. So a lot of sporting events do get cancelled in situations like this, but I wasn't sure if it would be or it wouldn't be.
Yeah. It seems I'm just gonna go check now. As I'm speaking to you right now, I'm gonna go check online.
Yeah.
You know what? It's kind of crazy because just the bravery of the Queen, simply because like, she met with our new prime minister was it 2 days ago,
Yeah.
right? And you could see there how, how
Yeah.
thank you very much, Alexander Wilson. When the Queen was born in 1926, Jack Dempsey was boxing heavyweight champion. Thank you very much for your £5. Yeah, I actually knew that, but I'm saying from the time when she had her coronation, when she was made queen, right? That was in 1952. When she was announced as queen, heavyweight champion was Rocky Marciano. And that's crazy at the time when she was born. Like Jack Dempsey was the heavyweight champion of the world. It's crazy, right?
That seems so long ago. Like, so you see pictures and stuff of Jack Dempsey, and it's just like that. Just seems like an age ago, complete like eons ago, so far away.
Yep. You know what? It's like, when we look at history, because I remember as a kid, how old was I? I was about 4 years old, but I can still remember it. And the Queen came to my nursery. And it was a big, massive thing, yeah, in Brixton. The Queen came to the nursery, right? And yeah, that's the only time I ever met the Queen. When my sister Elaine got an MBE, she actually got it from Prince William when and all our family, my mum, who passed away this year as well. Like we went, we went there, and thank you very much. Who was that? Shola, peace, Queen, never speak ill of the dead. As simple as that. Right now it's not for us to be political on this thing or all the rest of it. Honor the living, but respect the dead. You know what I mean? So everyone jumping up here with these comments, it will, you know what? I know what it's like because I just lost a mum. Yeah. So I would say to everyone, just be respectful in the comments right now, because Gary's not here to instant block people. I'm just asking people to be respectful. Seriously.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. Everyone needs to remember, yes, she is the Queen, but she's also a mother, a grandmother, she's a
great grandmother.
And a great grandmother to someone. Yeah. So, like I lost my mum a few years ago now, and just be respectful, because it doesn't matter what sort of position you have in life, that is somebody's family member to them. So
exactly. And like I'm saying, it was like, I know quite a few people who, right, someone just come, Neil Sinclair is saying like it's not officially cancelled, and I'm just going to be real. I hope that the show isn't cancelled, because life does go on. But I also see it as, how can I say it? Like, I think the show on the weekend, if it was to go ahead, the show on the weekend, because it's the first ever all female boxing bout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Miss Ringside. Miss Ringside just said, Spence, there is nothing on Insta or Twitter. So where this information is coming about the cancellation is coming from. Right, that's cool. And I was just going to ring, I was even going to ring Ben Shalom. I was going to ring, what's his name? Dan Miller, who works for Boxer as well. He works for their PR and stuff like that. Thank you very much, Baba Tundi Ajayi just put up here. He said there was nothing out officially. Thank you very much, Tundi. Who is on here now? There isn't anything saying that it's cancelled. Bobby Wright, thank you very much. And also thank you for your 449. It is, like I was saying, it's pretty historic for me. When I was looking at this, I'm saying like, this is pretty historic for me. Let me just plug this in 1 second. Right, this is pretty historic for me simply because we had a boxing match with all females in it.
Yeah.
Right?
All women.
Yeah, an all women's boxing event. And to me, that's big. Really?
Yeah.
Big. Right. I just changed my mic there because it was, I don't know how it was sounding. Right. Yeah. Can you hear me? You all right? You can still hear me?
Yeah. All good.
Yeah. Right. So I think that was powerful. I think the mere fact that we never had a king of England, I mean, in my lifetime, and now we are going to get Prince Charles is now going to be the king.
The king. Yeah.
So he's going to be King Charles. It's one of them ones where it feels weird because we was
it's going to be God. It's going to be God Save the King. When the national anthem song, it's going to change. And it's one of those things. Like I knew it would have happened. I knew she was going to pass away. But to be like, there's going to be a King of England now. And that's a whole change. The Queen has now passed away, God rest her soul, and there's going to be a king in England. And like you said, having an all-female card this weekend, it almost is.
It's empowering. It's empowering.
Yeah.
It's very, very empowering. And like the mere fact that even though the Queen was married to Prince Philip, he was never the king, right? So even that, off of the back of that was like, wow. So I think all of it, I think the show on the weekend even more so honors the Queen if it goes ahead. I'm just gonna double find out, right? That really does honor the Queen and what the Queen, the regalness of what the Queen represented, right? I think this show here, it's a very, very big show. It's a very, I don't know, like a mental paradigm shift.
Yeah. It's one of those situations where, like, so normally, personally, I feel that having mixed cards is the way forward. It needs to be about boxing, not women's boxing and men's boxing and stuff like that, right?
Thank you very much, Hannah.
But I feel that if we're ever going to have an all-female card, this was the time to have it, and this is the fight to be headlining it. And also, it's a great caliber of fighter on this card. It's been really well, stacked up with the fighters on it. So, the co-main is incredibly exciting as well. So if there ever was going to be one, now is the time. And I think now is the right time for it to happen. I don't foresee it being something that happens regularly in the future. But I think because Sky are backing this as they're putting a lot of time, money and support into women's sport in general, this is the right time to be having an all-female card, 100%. And the fact that it's at the O2 is just really exciting as well. What a venue.
Yeah, Nebraska Osman has said Hannah Rankin should have been on the card. And I agree, she should have been on the card, but she has, the 24th, is it? On the 24th, she's defending her IBO and WBA Super Welterweight Championship of the World. I'm getting so weird to saying Super Welterweight Champion, right? What's that? Zap is saying, where is King Tundi? Yeah, he's real royalty, but Tundi, because he's in camp right now with his fighters, he's got two, he's got Anthony Yard and he's got an incredible fighter called Joel, who's just turning professional as well. So Tundi's in camp, so Tundi won't be able to jump on the show, but you will see him pop up in the comments, so don't worry about that. You're going to see Tundi jumping up in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to just double check because I just want to put this myth to bed about this. No, I'm just ringing Dan Miller right now.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I'm ringing right now. Sis, I'm ringing right now. Just for me to double check if the show's going on. If he answers.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, if not him, I'm going to ring someone from Sky to double check. Come on, Dan, answer the phone, mate.
Maybe he's getting a lot of these calls.
Yeah, he must be getting a lot of these calls, or a lot of other people must be getting a lot of these calls.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, Dan, you're live. Someone just told me to ring Johnny Nelson, but I said, no, I'm going to ring Dan Miller from Boxer. Dan, just to double check with you, you're live actually. The show's not cancelled, is it?
Not as far as I know. I think can't comment on anything right now.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Because of the passing of the Queen and all the rest of it, yeah. I hope that the show doesn't get cancelled. I think this would be a fantastic way to honour the Queen, to tell you the honest truth. An all-female card, live on Sky Sports, and I think it's very, very empowering for females around the world, but we'll see. But you seem like you're busy, my friend, so I'm going to leave you to get on to... Yeah, I could imagine. All right? But thank you for just confirming that. And you heard that from Dan Miller from Boxer. He says, as far as he knows, it's not being cancelled, and he's in the know. So, but we'll sit down and wait patiently. Thank you very much, Dan.
Thank you very much.
Take care. God bless.
Take care.
Right. So, yep, I've just double checked. Yep, Christopher Anthony.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Black Box bench, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, so let's just continue. Let's just continue here with this Mara versus ALYCIA BAUMGARDNER fight.
Yeah.
Right? So Rams as well, fingers crossed, got the fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Your take on the fight, because have you sparred with any of these girls?
No, I never sparred either of them. I know that Mikaela's been getting her last lot of sparring in with Ellie Scottney, Sandy Ryan while she's been down here. So, yeah, she's been busy getting those last rounds. She finished up her camp in the UK. Okay. I've never met either girls, actually, to be honest. I've watched both fight. No, I've never met either,
okay.
But I've watched both of them fight. So, yeah, you know, obviously everyone's talking about Baumgardner having the power coming up, you know, and obviously she's got that devastating knockout of Terry Harper, which kind of shot her into the eye line of everybody. So we all knew who she was, you know. And then, of course, we know Mikaela MAYER. She's a top rank. I've watched nearly all of her fights. So, yeah, I think it's a great matchup. The two are definitely, like, confident in what they can do. Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see what ALYCIA's game plan is going to be in this fight, in my opinion.
Right.
Because Mikaela is, you know, she's super confident. She's come across confident for the whole thing. Obviously, she should be. She's a great fighter. And, you know, like I said, she likes to apply that pressure and she will not let it go. You know, she'll just keep coming, combinations. And she's a great boxer, technically very good. So I was wondering what ALYCIA's going to do. Is she going to box on the back foot? Is she going to try and catch her as she comes in? You know, and is that power going to be there for us all to see? You know, with Mikaela having been through so many firefights, you know, I'm not questioning her chin or anything like that. So I think it's going to be an interesting one to watch, just to see what ALYCIA's game plan is going to be, because that's going to be the interesting part.
Well, the thing about it is this is like when ALYCIA beat Terry Harper, that was a good win because like she came into that fight as the underdog.
Yeah.
And when people are talking about the power, yes, she can punch, but it was like artful butchery because how she broke down Harper, it was a sustained beating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a very, very sustained beating. How she just walked her down, how her punch variety, she's got a very, very good punch variety, and she's very good at like
setting up the shot.
Yeah, and she capitalizes on the distance. Yeah, she's very, very good at that.
Yeah. You see how she lands that right hand. It's perfect timing. You know, when you watch that back, you know, she's waiting for it. She times it perfectly as it comes in. And, you know, I think that's what Mikaela's going to have to watch out for. She doesn't want to be rushing in too much, trying to put that pressure on, because ALYCIA's clever in there. And she'll take that little step and she'll time that shot perfectly, you know. So, yeah, I must admit I am excited about this one. It is two different styles of fighters, but I think it's going to make for a great fight. Because you know how they say styles make fights, and some people you put together, you just think, oh, they just don't gel. Whereas I think these two are going to really gel, and it's going to be fireworks for sure.
You know what? It's like I've forgotten the girl who ALYCIA lost to. Shame on me. Christina, she lost.
Linadatu?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Linadatu, right?
Yeah.
And in that fight that she had with Linadatu, and she got properly outpointed.
Yeah.
I mean, and she got hurt. She got hurt a couple times in that fight.
I've sparred Christina.
Pardon me?
I've sparred Christina.
She can punch, right?
Yeah, out in Greece. I've been out there to spar her, and she can definitely punch. She's you know, she's in the smaller weight classes and she's nippy. She comes in. But yeah, she's a former WBO world champion for a reason. But yeah, no, she's a good fighter, Christina. And she's coming back after having just had a baby. So she's had a comeback fight, and yeah, she's coming back to the division, I think.
Okay. So she'll be looking to come pick up some crowns now.
Yeah. But she'll come out the woodwork. She'll just see her come back up again. And she's been working real hard, I think, obviously having had the baby and everything. So now she's back. She's got a win and she's chasing titles again.
So, like, since then, and that fight was that 2018. Yeah. Since then, Baumgardner has just found some different lease of life.
Yeah.
You know, she's just been consistent with her stuff. She been, and yeah. I saw her last fight against Matisse, right?
Yeah.
And that was, yeah. She beat her up, but she couldn't stop her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She did. She beat her up bad. But now, when you're looking at someone like MAYER, she's not no joke, you know. She got a fantastic engine.
Yeah.
She throws so many punches. And it's not like she's winging. Her shots are really educated, spiteful shots.
Yeah, she doesn't waste anything.
Nothing
at all. And you know what surprised me the most was like seeing how big she actually was, like in comparison to Ellie, who I know really well, you know, and how big she is for that weight. I was just like, she must be quite big on the night when she gets into the ring for her to be able to make that weight. She's
massive because she's massive. She's a big girl. She's very tall. Yeah, she's very tall. I saw him yesterday. I was at the open workout yesterday, which fair play to Boxer. It was really, really cool.
Yeah.
It was on a boat that went up and down, up and down the Thames. And it was cool. It was cool being there. So while I was there, it was like seeing how she works. Like, she's got phenomenal work rate, you know.
Yeah, her conditioning is always on point, and like, you know, she's really dedicated to what she does. She works incredibly hard, and of course, it's hard for her to get. You know, she's got to work hard to get down to that weight anyway. But you know, she trains. I think she trains up at Team USA sometimes as well. So yeah, she's very, very busy with her training. But yeah, phenomenal work rate. You know, she's never slacking, and like I said, does not waste anything. You know, she's busy but not wasting stuff.
It's not only that, but you know what? Like I was saying, I said this before. I said this when you was on the show before. I really do like the entrance of females in boxing. When I was young, now I'm saying like when I was young. Like if I went back to like, 2000, I wasn't really a fan of female boxing at all. You know what I mean? And not only that, but the skill levels that were demonstrated, it was like you had, you had like Layla Ali, you had, what was it, the Coleman's daughter?
Chrissy Martin.
Right, let me tell you, Chrissy Martin was serious. Don't get twisted. She was my favorite ever female fighter.
Yeah.
Right? But in saying that, the level of opposition was always right?
Yeah, I think that's what's really developed now. We actually have a bit more depth in the women's game. Yeah. And like since the women actually were boxing at the Olympics, that's been like the real starting point for seeing the levels start to rise.
The levels have risen.
My favorite fight was Lucia Riker, from that sort of earlier on.
Listen, Riker, do you remember? Like, who was it? Riker kept on calling out Layla Ali, right?
Yeah.
And I think Layla Ali, no disrespect to the greatest daughter, right?
Yeah.
But your dad was the greatest, right? Yeah. Layla was saying like, all right, I'll fight you, but you have to take a sex test. Do you remember that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So I'm talking, this must have been about 2003.
Wow.
Right, when Riker, as far as I'm concerned, technically is the best I've ever seen. Christopher Anthony, yes, I have seen the Kirsty Martin Netflix doc, and it is absolutely fantastic. And I know you've seen it as well.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good watch. Really good watch. But yeah. So yeah, Riker was badass. Then Ann Wolf was another killer.
She's scary now.
Right?
She's still scary now.
Ann Wolf was a killer.
She can punch. she actually still spars with her own fighters, I think. So like she trains quite a lot of male fighters. She still spars with them. She's scared of nobody, like literally nobody.
Yeah.
And that knockout, who's she against? Is it the German girl?
Yeah, that's a horrible knockout.
It's terrible. Like
that's scary
every time you see it, it gets worse. You know, it's just like one of those knockouts that will always just be massive.
Yep.
Just dropped like a sack of potatoes, literally.
Alexander Wilson, thank you so much for your $5. So Tony Harrison is Alicia's trainer while he is an active fighter. Has that happened before? The active former world champion was fighting and training. Yes, it has happened before, where fighters have been fighting currently and have worked with other fighters. It's happened quite a few times. And a matter of fact, Rocky Marciano trained his brother. A lot of people didn't even know that. But I'm just letting you know now, right? Yeah. Right? So yeah, it's happened before, but in the modern age, whereas you got a former world champion working with an active world champion, I don't believe that's happened. I think the last time that's happened was in Rocky 3. Apollo Creed and Rocky. That's the last time I remember. But yeah, Shola, I'm telling you, Ann Wolf was the truth. She was the truth. Yeah, I mean, nothing more, nothing less. She was the truth. I'm just getting a couple of followers. I'm still checking my phone to see any other gossips that I'm going to be hearing on this fight, but I'm not really getting. Yep. Jonathan Banks trained Vladimir Klitschko, but Jonathan Banks was a former world champion at the time.
No.
Yeah. But yeah.
He's a cool guy. I like Jonathan Banks.
Yeah, Jonathan's good people. He's good people. He always sends me messages. He's good people. Right, let me see. Right, okay, Miss Ringside was just kind of clearing up something. Yep. So right now the show has not been cancelled, ladies and gentlemen. If we get any further news on it, then we can tell you about this. But right now the show has not been cancelled. So fingers crossed that it doesn't get cancelled. I think it's really, really important, especially at this time that this show goes ahead.
It has to. This has been a long, long time coming. Savannah and Clarissa, this fight has to happen. You know, it's been so long, and everyone's waiting for this fight, and it just can't not happen. Like, you know, because I can't imagine where actually they'd move it to. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? I would let's just not think about that right now.
No, let's not jinx it.
Let's not even think about that right now, because you know this game is the game. Speaking about your career,
you
got this fight coming up.
24 September.
No, but I've been watching your little videos of your training camp.
Yeah,
and it seems, I'm just saying, it seems like you're planting your feet more.
Yeah.
Is that deliberate, or is it just the little snips that I've seen? Because it seems like you're sitting down on your punches.
Oh yeah, absolutely sitting down on my punches. It's you know, been working. We've had Rich Williams. He's part of my team. Been working
Richard.
with him. Yeah,
my old sparring partner.
Absolutely.
Alexander Wilson is what's Alexander Wilson saying? Tony Harrison's father was Alicia's trainer before he passed away from COVID in 2020. Tony took over as trainer as a tribute to his father, and that's a beautiful thing to do.
That's so nice, yeah.
Right. Bobby Wright has just said, big up Bobby, if the Premier League ain't cancelled, they won't cancel the Sky Show. And Premiership hasn't been cancelled, so that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
Allegedly, right? It's around about, Sky pays something like £16 million per game.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
And so I can see why it's not going to be cancelled. But if there was a call for it to be cancelled, no doubt, because you ain't going to be bigger than the Queen's passing, that will be cancelled. But I think that these things shouldn't be cancelled simply to honour the Queen. And that's not me coming from a selfish standpoint, because I want to see this fight on the weekend. It's more to do with like to honor the queen, and life definitely does go on. I always say to people, like when you lose someone, like you said that you lost your was your mother that you lost, right?
Yeah.
Right, that you lost your mother, and I always say this to people, like people only die when you forget them.
Yeah.
You're not gonna forget your mum, you know what I mean? Or you're not gonna forget somebody who's been that pivotal in your life. So I don't think, or for those things, like you're gonna sit down and say, oh, well, you're actually gonna forget your mom. I can't see that one. And I think on this now, it's like, you know, with the Queen's passing, no one's not gonna forget her. I can tell you that now for nothing.
No.
You know what I mean? You're not. You know what I mean? I remember there's a quote by Marcus Garvey, and Marcus Garvey says that the ends you serve that are selfish will take you no further than yourself, but the ends that you serve that are for all in common will take you into eternity.
Love that.
So, right. You know what I mean? Like Muhammad Ali famously said, like, service is the rent that you pay on earth for the space that you take up. So it's service to others. You know? So, I mean, no one's not gonna forget the Queen, right?
Not anytime soon. No.
No, exactly. But I think that we should honor the Queen by, you know what I mean? We should be honoring the Queen by putting, especially a sporting event of this magnitude, that it goes ahead.
Yeah.
So because I was keeping this one really short, I just thought we'd just jump on. I said, "No, Hannah, jump on with me, please." I'm keeping this one really short. Your prediction for the MAYER versus Baumgardner fight. How do you see this fight going?
So my prediction is, I think we're in for an absolute firefight. I think it's going to be great for the fans. No one's going to be disappointed. But for an outcome, I've got Mikaela MAYER winning it on points. That's how I see it. Mikaela MAYER on points for me.
Okay. And is that because of the work rate of MAYER?
Yeah.
And the height and range of her? That's why you're going there?
Yeah. I'm going with her size and also the work rate. ALYCIA's going to have to work harder to get in closer. If MAYER wants to take the back foot, work on the outside, you know, she's going to have to work harder. So, yeah, she has incredible work rate, and I just feel that it's going to be too much in the night. But I don't think she's going to stop ALYCIA, because ALYCIA is tough, and, you know, she's going to make it a tough fight for Mikaela. But I have, MAYER on points.
Okay. A plum pleasing pleasure, and I thank you so much for taking your time out, for giving us, you know what I mean, this 30-minute breakdown. Usually we stay on for ages, for hours and all the rest of it, but I ain't gonna lie to you, I want to go watch the news. I've got it on in the background right now. That's what I want to go do. I want to go watch the news. Loads of people have been sending me messages and everything else. Rowan, Perry, thank you to everyone. Drop your like, drop your subscribe. Thank you for everyone who jumped on. You know what I mean? We got Hannah Rankin on here, the WBA and IBO super welterweight champion of the world, who's going to successfully defend her title on the 24th against Terry Harper. You just continue doing what you're doing, sis. I am so grateful that you've taken your time out your very busy schedule, because you finished training, then you just did something for BBC Scotland, and then from BBC Scotland, I know you're in training camp, so you're staying in your hotel, right? So you just ran into your hotel and jumped on for this, right? And I'm so grateful that you've done that. Peace to fingers to my sister. Nah, seriously, man, massive big up.
Always a pleasure to chat as well, you know.
Nah, seriously, man. The reason, listen, right now you are the official Fighters Right female correspondent, because no one can test you. Yeah, no one can test you. And let me tell you this: I'm predicting that you're going to get a big TV contract. Remember, I'm telling you, you are going to get a big TV contract, because all you got to do is keep on winning. Right, but even more so, the thing about it is that you're two-time world champion already, and all you got to do is continue doing what you're doing. Hopefully, I can get Natasha Jonas and ask Natasha, you two need to clash straight. We get rid of this fight here. You two need to clash.
it's a fantastic fight, and obviously both myself and Tasha is like it's a fight that we both want. But for me, 24th September, not looking past that date. Got to deal with Terry Harper, deal with business, and then after that, I'll be focusing on whatever's coming next.
You know what I mean? And you know what? And I'm gonna make it to that fight because I can't not. I'm gonna make it to that fight. It's in, where is it? Nottingham, right?
Nottingham. Main event is Lee Wood versus Lara. Good fight.
That is a very, very good fight. And also on the undercard,
Maxie Hughes versus Galahad.
And let me tell you this, I'm very close to Maxie Hughes. I know Kid Galahad for a long time. I'm very close to Maxie Hughes. When Maxie Hughes won the version of his IBO title, I gave him loads of southpaws to study because he's a southpaw himself. But I gave him loads and loads of southpaws to study. And I got a lot of time for that guy. He's a really, really good guy. And Greg Rutter just said boxing's off. It could be a fake account that you're checking. Right now, I'm still going to be very, very optimistic about it.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm going to be very, very optimistic about it. Yeah, I mean, it's been a plum pleasing pleasure, Hannah. Thank you so much. Seriously, I mean this.
You're welcome.
Train hard, keep on doing. So, where are you training now? You training down at Richard Williams' gym, the Secret Gym, right?
So I see Rich there at Secret. I also go down, obviously I'm down Churchill's. That's my main gym mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, Rich is part of my team. Him and Noel work together on getting me ready for these fights. So he's been with the team now for 3 fights since I became world champion. So yeah, it's fantastic.
I've got a lot of time for Richard Williams. Like most of when I get TV calls up to interview, I always do it from his gym. Me and him used to run, train together, we used to spar regularly together. And Richard is very, very good people, and he also has a plethora of knowledge that's being grotesquely underplayed.
Yeah.
Grotesquely underplayed. But, you know what I mean? And it's not even being highlighted that he's working with a world champion right now, and it should be highlighted. And off of that, I'm going to say peace, 2 fingers to every single person that's been on there. Yeah, I mean, I got to do 2 parts here. Tony always starts to say, dream it, believe it, become it. And I say, come on down. And I'm saying salute to our sister from another Mr. Hannah Rankin. Peace, 2 fingers. Later.
Thank you. Later. See you later.